ET English, the unique English language learning feature of the Education Times. This recording is brought to you by Achini Abegunwadana and her team at London Academy of Speech. The Education Times comes to you every week with the Sunday Times, a leading publication of Vijaya Newspapers Limited. ET English introduces a unique way of learning English through stories. It has a short prose passage taken from a novel, a picture story, both of which are being published in episodes every week. All the lessons and activities that are given in the feature are from these two stories. Many English scholars accept that when you learn a language through stories, you remember them better. Further, the picture story will complement this by adding the visual component as well, where it will help the readers create vivid images in their minds, helping them to remember those dialogues and words through those incidents. The first episode of ET English appeared in the Education Times section on the 13th of September 2015. Now, we are going to bring the audio version of this feature where you can listen to the stories and lessons. First, the picture story, secondly, the novel, and finally, the lessons. To get the best out of this feature, we suggest that you get a copy of the Education Times and also a dictionary. It will also help if you have read the feature once or twice on your own. At the same time, try to get the correct pronunciation by listening to the audio attentively and repeatedly and trying to read it after every dialogue, emulating the voices that you hear. You will now listen to the ET English Lesson 42 that appeared in the Sunday Times on the 3rd of July 2016. This page will be uploaded to the ET English website on the 11th of July 2016. We start with I-Jeners, written by Ranjit Gunaratna and illustrated by Anton B. Pereira. Episode 32.
The bank says it was an online purchase, so somebody must have stolen my credit card information.
But how is that possible?
I don't know, but credit card frauds are everywhere these days.
How can we find out what happened? Maybe the bank can help.
As far as the bank is concerned, I made that purchase myself.
Isn't there anything we can do to find this thief?
Let's see, I'm working on it.
The next day at school, Sudesh tells his friends about the credit card incident.
So you gave Mahesh your dad's credit card information?
Yes, I did. But I thought he is a good guy who's trying to help me.
The police are already looking for him on the drug case. Do you know where he lives?
I don't know. It never occurred to me to ask him.
Sudesh, you need to tell your dad the whole thing.
Hans, I know I should tell him, but I'm scared, you know.
Yes, I can understand. But that is the right thing to do now.
Hang on. I think I know how to find Mahesh Iyer. How?
Now we move to Ratnapala's Scarecrow, taken from The Mirror of Paradise by Asghar Hussain. Episode 9. Apuhami, however, was not satisfied. He rose from his chair and raised his hand to silence them. No, that won't do. Remember, we need something that will really rouse the people. And I have an idea. Let's start a campaign to set the Pambayaka on fire. It was not long before a strategy was mapped out. The henchman would go around whispering that Ratnapala's scarecrow would bring ruin to the entire village with its malefic presence. Then, posters would erupt in various places where people gathered, like tea kiosks and the village reawakening council building, urging them to join our leader Apuhami to burn the accursed Pambayaka. Now we move to the activities for this week. Activity 1. Match the questions in column A with their responses in column B. Column A questions. Number 1. Why did Apuhami raise his hand? Number 2. How did they plan to set the Pambayaka on fire? Number 3. What was mapped out in order to carry out their plan? Number 4. What would the henchmen do first? Number 5. Where would the posters erupt? Column B responses. A. The henchman would go around whispering that Ratnapala's scarecrow would bring ruin to the entire village with its malefic presence. B. He raised his hand to silence them. C. They would erupt in places where people gathered, like tea kiosks and the village reawakening council building. D. They planned to start a campaign. E. A strategy was mapped out in order to carry out their plan.
Activity 2. Read the text and find similar words to those given below. Number 1. Pleased. Number 2. Recall. Number 3. Provoke. Number 4. Crusade. Number 5. Plan. Number 6. Murmuring. Number 7. Devastation. Number 8. Numerous. Number 9. Congregated. Number 10. Ill-fated.
Activity 3. Frame questions for the responses given in column B. The key question word is given in column A. Column A questions. Who? Number 2, why? Number 3, what? Number 4, who? And number 5, how? Column B responses. A. Apuhami rose from his chair. B. He raised his hand to silence them. C. We need something that would rouse the people. D. They wanted to burn the Pambayaka. E. Apuhami was 62 years old.
Activity 4. Read the picture story and match the questions in column A with the appropriate responses in column B. Column A. Number 1. What does the bank say? Number 2. What does Daniel assume? Number 3. What does Sudesh's mother ask? Number 4. What does the bank say about the online purchase? Number 5. Who has given the credit card information to Mahesh? Number 6. What does Hans say about the incident? Column B. A. She asked whether it is possible to steal the credit card information. B. According to the bank, Daniel himself has made the purchase. C. The bank says that there was an online purchase. D. He assumes that someone must have stolen his credit card information. E. He advises Sudesh to tell the whole story to his father. F. Sudesh has given the credit card information to Mahesh.
Now, we move to the word bank. Most of the meanings given are relevant to the context of the stories. Number 1, fraud, meaning the crime of cheating somebody in order to get money or goods illegally. Number 2, occur, to happen. Number 3, rouse, to provoke or incite. Number 4, erupt, to start, happening suddenly. Number 5, kiosks, a small shop or store open at the front where newspapers, drinks, etc. are sold. Number 6, malefic, causing or capable of causing harm or destruction. The answers for last week's lessons. Activity 1. the answer for question number 1. Who squatted in a semicircle facing Appuhami? Number 2. Where did Appuhami sit? Number 3. How did they shout Jai Beba? Number 4. What have the Reds already taken up? Number 5. What did they demand be opened nearby? Activity 2. The answers for question number 1. Appuhami said that he hoped to contest the coming local elections. Number 2. Appuhami said that he wanted all of them to support him. Number 3. Appuhami said that he must prove himself as a capable leader. Number 4. One man said that they couldn't bring the matter up. Number 5. Another said that they needed something different. The answers for activity 3. Number 1, facing. Number 2, looked. Number 3, pompously. Number 4, announced. Number 5, coming. Number 6, elections. Number 7, shouted. Number 8, nomination. Number 9, known. Number 10, government. Number 11, fertilize. Number 12, expected. Number 13, taken. Number 14, wages. Number 15, girls. Number 16, working. Number 17, different. Number 18, neighboring. Number 19, villagers. Number 20, processing. Number 21, opened. Number 22, prices. Number 23, proposal. And number 24, of approval. Let's look at the answers for activity 4. Number 1, E. Number 2, A. Number 3, B. Number 4, C. And number 5, D. Dear listeners, thank you very much for taking the time to listen to our recording brought to you by the London Academy of Speech. You are welcome to give us your feedback and suggestions on the telephone numbers and the email address given in the ET English feature in the Education Times section. We shall meet you again next week with episode 43. Until then, goodbye and happy learning.